How did you feel the defense came through against Boise?
Up and down. Got to do a better job on first and second down. Got to do a better job limiting explosive plays. We're still, we've got some veteran players, but if you look at it, I think we've got 8 guys that are starting in our defense for the first time this year. So, we played well enough to win. Obviously, that's the most important thing. I'll let everybody else worry about the yards, and we're just worried about do we score more points, than we give up. So, had some ups and downs, a lot of really good things. Obviously, the blocked field goal there and the third down stop before it were huge for the defense, huge wins for us on D. But we got a lot of things to tighten up.
And then looking at Tulane, what about their offense you feel you got to worry about?
Quarterback's really, really good. Yeah, he's very good. They're super well coached. They're tough, really tough up front, smart and tough up front. They're playing. Last year they had a stud tailback. Obviously, it's moved on. This year they've got several guys that are really good, and then big receivers, fast receivers, and some physical and athletic tight ends. So it'll be a great challenge for us.
What are the things you've been emphasizing the most over the last 2 weeks?
Just consistency. Again, I think we've done a good job on third down, but we got on first and second down. We just have to have consistent execution. You go back to that game last week, and it's one guy on this play, it's another guy on this play, it's another guy on this play, it's another guy on this play, and if each guy that's out there has one mental error or one issue that then leads to an explosive play, obviously those things all add up on you. So we're just looking for consistency, and ultimately when it's one guy, that's coaching. We got to get our guys together, and that's on me as a coordinator to do that.
In terms of going up against Pratt, obviously you did it last year, but so far this season when we've asked you about players on the other team, it's been like a receiver or a running back, but when it's the quarterback that you're focused on, like what do you do to stop it basically? How does that change?
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to stop him. I mean, I watch other teams that play him, and when they've got guys that are covered, he throws them open. He's an NFL type quarterback where, sometimes you play a guy that can find guys that are open, but has a little bit of hesitancy about throwing to a guy that's a little bit covered. Where, this guy, he'll throw to a covered receiver and just find the right window. He's like Seth in that way. He's an NFL style quarterback. And then as soon as you think you've got him, all the receivers covered and he doesn't have anywhere to go, he's more athletic than you'd like him to be. He does a nice job kind of stepping underneath of would-be rushers, and next thing you know, he's kind of popped out on the other side. So we have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and we're going to honor him by preparing as hard as we can.
Now, obviously, a guy like Davion Ross, you lost early, and before the season, you guys have talked about that depth. Losing a guy like that, how have you felt that depth is kind of coming to play in that secondary?
Yeah, it's nice to have some other guys you can roll in there. We'd sure like to have Ross with us now. He's a great player, and in some of those passing situations, and you could put a guy like that in the slot and just feel like you can cover him, without having to double a slot or roll coverage that way or whatever it may be. That's a luxury, but certainly nice to have some names that can go in there.
Chandler Martin has kind of surprised people just so far this season, how he's played. Just where do you think he's come in, and where did you kind of expect to get from him?
Well, we knew he was going to be a really good player. I mean, that's what we saw on tape. There's a lot of things that you can coach, and there's some things you can't coach. And you can coach a guy until you're blue in the face, particularly as a linebacker or a safety. But some guys just see it better than other guys, and those are usually guys you see playing on Sunday. Quindell Johnson was like that. So we knew we were getting a good player, and so far we're pleased with how he's played.
And you mentioned you've got so many guys in their first year in the defense. How do you bring them along so quickly to be a player like a Chandler Martin this early?
Yeah, it's reps, and a lot of that is on the player. They've got to take it upon themselves to get. We're coaching everybody the same way. It's not like we coach anybody different. So, the guys like Chandler that are really serious about their craft, they spend a lot of extra time and ask really good questions and take a lot of pride in if they make a mistake, they get it fixed. Great, thanks.